Hi everybody, Conchetta Dudley here, and I would like to take this time to review some of the skills that I think are essential for people who are thinking about going into coding. I'm taking the time to reflect on my experience after attending a 6-month Rutgers coding boot camp, and I had an amazing experience, by the way. But I think it's important for me to talk about some of the skills that I've identified while attending the program that I think are necessary for other people, other potential coders, and other people just to be aware of if you're even thinking about going into coding, or if you're into coding already in computer programming and you want to really just dig a little bit deeper. I think this video is more geared towards beginners, people thinking about going into coding. And here are the skills that I've identified. So I think it's really important for individuals to be able to have the ability to ask a question. I know you might be thinking, oh, everybody can ask a question. Well, in computer programming, no, you cannot. Especially in the beginning. It's like when you come across concepts such as Node.js, it's how do you ask a question about servers and ways to connect data to servers if you've never been exposed to it? I know from personal experience, I struggled with how to even ask a question. And I was lucky enough to work with an instructor who modeled how to ask these questions. And it took me 3 months, but I caught on to how to ask questions. Am I an expert with Node.js? No, absolutely not. But do I know how to now ask a question to help me be able to identify where to find a resource to further my knowledge related to servers or specifically working with the Node.js format? So also I think it's important to be able to look for videos to help supplement your own knowledge on various topics. Intrinsically having that motivation to want to know more, how to know more, I think it's really, really critical. And it's definitely a skill that I picked up by attending the Rutgers Coding Bootcamp. Research skills, number 4 here, being able to research various topics, especially with computer programming, being able to read that documentation. It's tough in the beginning, and you're talking to somebody who I have 61 credits towards my doctoral degree. I consider myself a very strong reader, very strong analyzer, but when I stepped into, and I'm also very proficient at technology within public school education and the technology that we use here at in my school district. I'm considered a teacher technology leader in my school district. So walking into a coding classroom for learning about computer programming, I thought that, oh, this is going to be an easy adjustment. I was wrong. But you have to be willing to have an open mindset and be able to work with your instructors and to be able to formulate your questions and figuring out how to boost your research skills. By attending the coding bootcamp, I've learned how to become a better researcher. I feel my confidence has soared tremendously. Although while attending the program, there were ups and downs with emotional confidence, but again, I was so blessed to have amazing instructors who took the time to actually sit down with me and to talk to me to help me work through various problems that I was experiencing, such as this. I wanted to be able to, you guys probably can't see it, but in order to get an upload button to appear on the user interface, there's various steps that you have to take in order to get this to occur. To get it to occur on the user interface, but then also after the user is able to upload the image, where is it stored? How is it stored? So, being able to research and ask those critical questions. I didn't think I was always the type in the boot camp to take on the challenge. Like we always had these activities, find 2 new technologies that weren't discussed in the program, and figure out how to work these 2 technologies. And I've always, every single project, I always went into a new adventure, and it was a glorious adventure. A lot of sweat, but it was manageable. So being able to figure out how to have this button appear on the user interface, and then what happens after they upload the picture, where is it stored, how do we connect that image to a server somewhere, and then how is the information organized in the workbench, in the server workbench. I mean, these are all questions that I would have never asked prior to attending the boot camp program, and I've just learned. I want to go back. I honestly want to go back. But just again, this video serves to help you guys, especially for my pre-coders or people thinking about going into coding. You really need to work on your ability to ask a question. So right now, whatever you're doing, figure out how you can ask a question about your place of practice or where you're working, what you're curious about, how you go about formulating that question, how to formulate a question that's going to give you the result that you're looking for. I've struggled with that tremendously. So figuring out, I think this is a critical skill, and once you're into development, and I think you would, this topic comes up a lot. Being able to ask a question, being able to research and explore various things, how to go through all the resources. Like Google produces a lot of resources, so being able to navigate through those resources and identifying what resources are stronger than others, and being able to utilize those resources to help you accomplish a goal. I think it's critical. Thanks for watching, guys. Conchetta Dudley here.